May 15th and welcome to Subtrending. Today on the show we have Andrew, Emily, Thomas, and myself. And this is actually going to be the same cast that we're going to have for probably quite some time. Because Tony's still in the process of maybe moving up here. Taylor's going to be in St. Louis for a few weeks. Dan officially moved, and so he's...
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Goodbye, Danimal.
Yeah, goodbye, sweet Dan.
To the Danimal.
To the Danimal.
It's really fun.
I didn't think with anyone.
That's okay. Yeah. You know,
He's still part of Subtrendy. He just
he's still part of Subtrendy.
Yeah, he's alive. Like.
Yeah. That was like a
He's
very,
no longer with us.
But yeah, so it's gonna be us for a while, guys.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
I love us.
I love us too. I mean, I don't love anyone else, but we're just gonna be the Fantastic Four.
You should. Speaking of which,
We're gonna talk about it later.
yeah, that'll be a good time.
Kind of.
All right, yeah, very briefly. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Yes.
So for our first topic, and probably the biggest piece of news this week, something that all four of us as fans of the franchise have been waiting for. God, I can't talk today. Assassin's Creed trailer.
Keep going.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
all right.
So the Assassin's Creed trailer was released. Is he getting like a sword?
He's
out?
getting
I'm
his
thinking-
little hidden
Oh,
I knew
hidden
exactly
blade.
what he was
Okay,
doing.
I was nervous. I was like, there's a sword behind my head.
Hold on. Before we go any farther with this
Yes.
news, one time we were playing Jenga and Thomas had Jenga play.
Was it Halloween?
Yes, it was Halloween and pushed a
There
Jenga
was
block out.
definitely no alcohol involved in that.
No. And it worked entirely.
Yeah, it was shot across.
It did. So Ezio, any of the assassins, my mind always goes to Ezio, but
I know,
whenever
he is the true.
he's the chosen one,
Mhm.
the golden boy. But so whenever he is not, killing Templars, he's a really good Jenga player. Apparently, who would have thought?
I bet he would be great at parties.
Oh, he would. He'd be like, watch this, and like climb the.
He would be like, this has nothing to do with the
I
topic,
know.
but it's just like,
We're
he would be such a
tangent
Guido. I
next
feel like you'd probably sleep with your girlfriend and then just be like,
Definitely.
sorry, and
He's like the Italian stallion in the worst way.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, what happened
Yes.
to Assassin's Creed this week?
Assassin's Creed.
The trailer came out. Were you guys super stoked for that? I mean, I think that all of us were.
I was excited it came out.
I was pretty pumped. We were like laying in bed and I was on my phone because I wake up at an ungodly hour and I saw it and I was like, Thomas, Assassin's Creed trailer, and he did not care.
It was
he
like
was like, we'll watch it later.
It was like the first snow in December. Like,
Yeah.
it's magic.
Wake up! And he just no.
Yeah, no, like I'm a huge fan of the series, but I am so I don't know. I'm just not really pumped for it yet.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this trailer didn't do it for me either.
That's what I wanted to ask. My initial question is right off the bat. Was it a negative, positive? Like, what was your reaction? Start with Andrew.
Initially, awesome. I was like, cool.
So positive.
But I think it's just because.
No details. I just want to say positive reaction. Emily.
I would say positive.
Thomas.
I would say mildly negative.
Okay. I would also say mildly negative. So we're kind of
Mildly positive. So.
mildly positive. And are you mildly positive?
No, can I explain my?
Well, I wanted to go into more detail.
Okay.
I
We're
wanted
going
just
to.
right off the bat. I wanted to know where everybody.
Yeah, like I was like mid to high end positive.
Okay, so it kind of actually is going in order of maybe
Yeah,
optimism.
like
so.
scaling down.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's cool.
Which is weird because usually I'm super pessimistic and Thomas is super
Yeah.
optimistic.
Yeah, that's a little flip flop.
Yeah.
So you start.
Okay. I think the reason I was so excited was one, we finally got a trailer, so pumped for that.
Yep.
Like Michael Fassbender, and I'm just a hype person in general.
You
You
are.
are a hype person.
I-
He is the conductor of the hype train.
I am. hype. But yeah, no. So I think I was just like more like it's here instead of like sitting down processing it.
Yeah.
Because now I have a different feeling towards it. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like me whenever I saw Batman versus Superman. I was just like, it's here. I don't care.
Yeah, you were like, it
You
was
know?
great. Everyone's wrong.
And, like,
which is, I mean,
The
I
more
don't
you
know
distance
everything.
yourself from it, you're like, okay, now I can actually critically think about this and be like, yeah, it probably was like a 70%-ish movie, But like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. Like the further that you opinions will change,
Yeah.
and there's going to be more trailers, and that'll. Emily.
For me, it was like I saw all the flaws in it immediately, but that didn't really reduce my excitement for it
Yeah.
because I am such a big fan of the series.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the song choice.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it kind of really ruined that a little bit for me. And we watched some like edits of it with different, like with the Assassin's Creed soundtrack and with Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Lord, well covered by Lord. But and the Assassin's Creed soundtrack one was far,
It was good.
so much better.
And it made me wonder,
That's
like,
the
why did they not choose that initially? Assassin's Creed has a really good sound. Like, all of them have great soundtracks.
They had to have put together like probably multiple cuts
Yeah.
of of this trailer, and it's like, why did they go with that one?
They might not have the rights for it for the movie. That's honestly a possibility. They
I mean,
might not
but-
have the rights.
It's possible.
But I
Maybe
mean,
that's
like,
something
why
else to
Kanye
decide
West
there.
over like literally anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was a little weird. I don't know. Thomas?
Kind of like what Emily was saying with the music, but that wasn't the only thing. Like, it just didn't feel like an Assassin's Creed trailer to me. The Animus was
Like-
really, I do not like the
it looks like GLaDOS.
It looks like GLaDOS.
It
yeah.
is, like, that's another thing that was weird. And I'm, like, trying to not judge it too harshly because I'm like, what in the grand scheme of things, like, does that really make that big of a difference in the movie? But it's just, like, one of those annoying aesthetic things where you're like, but why? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Well, there's,
why would you do that?
There is, somebody noted in one of the shots, Animus 2.0, like from Assassin's Creed 2, is there, like in the background. So
So
they could have done it.
is this
but-
Animus
Like,
3.0?
I feel like the
No,
only reason they
3.0
did it
was in
was
Assassin's Creed 3, so this is
Okay.
probably like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason they did the Animus that way was for a more visual aspect.
Oh,
so they could do
that's-
cool
yeah.
shots of Michael Fassbender, like.
Yeah, and you can,
It's
So, like,
you,
if
you
you
can
think about
struggle
it,
more
like,
in that, like
how-
you're in a prone position.
But, like, if you
But
think about
it's
it,
not good.
how
but that's why they
stupid
did
would
it.
that look, though? Like, being the scientist and observing him, just seeing him, like,
Well, yeah, it's gonna look. Apparently, Ubisoft is interested in it.
Yeah.
real,
Incorporating
and
the future
incorporate.
games,
Yeah,
yeah.
you told me about
My
that.
guess is it's gonna allow for them to do a more VR type of thing where he's not just laying there, but actually like walking around
Yeah.
and in like projections of stuff.
Okay. That makes sense. And like it's like more
Yeah.
freedom of motion for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I still don't like it. I think it's kind of
No.
dumb, but it might
But
allow
you
them to
know-
like bring in what's her name, Talia al Ghul. What's her name?
Oh,
Marianne
okay,
Cotillard.
yeah,
It
yeah.
might allow them to actually bring her character like into the simulation with him,
Yeah.
because she'll actually physically be there in the room that he's actually
That's
still
true.
physically in now. So
I
that,
didn't realize that was her.
yeah.
Yeah.
I recognized her, but I was like, I don't associate with her with Talia. I associate with her with wife.
Inception.
Wife from Inception.
Yeah, I do
That's
too.
another one.
I think I
couldn't
heard
think of
from
that
us at
character's
Inception.
name. I
Yeah, I
I
don't
think that also starts with an M, like Marine.
It's
It's,
Maud or
Maud.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom.
Mom.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. I say it's an M.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But
Yeah.
that, and then just like at one point they were like flipping around doing parkour,
Yeah.
and it's just like they're, I don't know, just
I'm
like,
Well,
okay
it's
with
like
it.
what you said is like, and it's for visual appeal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because parkour is supposed to be for efficiency, and
well, like the definition of parkour is like getting from point A to point B in the coolest way possible,
Mm.
which that is like Assassin's Creed isn't really parkour. Assassin's Creed is more of just like efficient,
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
So I mean, they did do parkour, but it just wasn't Assassin's Creed style.
yes,
You have to also remember that like this is a trailer, so like they could have just taken the scenes where they are doing more flips to make it look
Yeah.
more visually appealing, and it's not actually in the movie, which is really what I'm banking on. Is that like, a lot of the stuff we saw isn't necessarily what's all in the movie,
yeah.
and that we're going to see a more traditional experience.
I'm really hoping that's the case because I mean we have so many trailers of Suicide Squad out now,
Yeah.
and each one has elicited like such a different response
Yes.
from us, and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
we mostly agree on
Yeah.
how we feel about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe it's just a poorly made trailer, but
Yeah.
I'm withholding. Like,
We live in
judgment.
a very weird time for trailers and
We do.
movies, and like we are very much in this age of multi-mega franchises, and like I don't know. Like I feel like any person who views trailers, who views media right now, like you kind of understand what we're saying as far as like this weird thing that we're in. So
I wouldn't even say
Everything-
just trailers. Like we also have the problem of leaks and
yeah,
directors and actors interacting on social media, where we get so much.
yeah. It's
So-
very much like this overload right now, and it's not necessarily bad. I'm excited for all of these things, but it's very hard to judge things before you are actually viewing it yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that is Assassin's Creed. I'm going to see it day one,
Oh.
or day two within the weekend. Like
Yeah.
I will contribute to that opening box office,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'll be interested to see how it does in the box office.
Yeah, I am too. And who knows? Maybe this could be the one that kind of breaks the video game stigma.
Fassbender keeps saying so.
Fassbender said somebody will.
Yeah.
That's obviously the
Weird
weird
quote.
quote. He was like, he didn't say who would be them.
Yeah, because they asked him, they're like, do you think this will be the one that breaks the video game stigma? And he's like, well, somebody has to do it. And it's like a very shaky response to that, but
I feel like it was a good response because, like, if it bombs, he's like, well,
he's not gonna be like Ben Affleck.
yeah.
He's like, I am humiliated.
That, like, video, Sound of Silence with
It's so bad.
Oh my god, that was great.
It's simultaneously like one of my favorite videos of this year, but also the saddest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so. Those are our reactions so far. We'll keep you posted as more trailers come out, and on to the next topic. Okay, so there were a lot of TV show cancellations this week. It pretty much happened yesterday. I guess yesterday was the big day for that. And it is sweeps time, is what they call it in the news biz. The biz. I work at a television station, so you know. And so that's when they monitor the ratings and they make the cuts. So ABC primarily was the one who made cuts yesterday.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't even know all of them.
Yeah, I have a list on my phone, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull that up if I can remember my phone password. And
Is Grey's Anatomy still going on?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
still
crazy.
Still going on
What's
strong.
funny is like ABC is like now is just comedies and Shonda Rhimes.
Yeah, it
That's
really
it.
is.
That's really like what they whittled it down to. It seems like.
Yes,
I guess whatever works, you know?
reassure people. This was like probably the biggest blow for our fans. I feel like Peggy Carter was cut. Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
Yeah. I
saw something today about like her dying twice in the same week.
Yeah.
Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Civil War.
Yeah, that was
It's-
like,
I mean,
like
she's
a year
old,
ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
like, when-
released that a year ago.
Well, and when Winter Soldier came out, like she was pretty much dead already.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But yeah.
Iron Man kills her.
But that's the biggest blow, I think, is Agent Carter.
Yeah.
For fans of Castle, Nathan Fillion fans, Castle was canceled.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's probably for the best considering all of the craziness that was going on with
I
that.
thought it was funny. There's
What's going on?
just like a funny story about that for us. There's this like frat house in our town, Castle.
Yeah.
And a while ago, I think I was with you guys, and I asked if like Castle was still open, and you guys thought I was talking like if Castle, the TV show, had been canceled.
Yeah.
And now it has. So
It
Castle
has.
is no longer open.
Castle
And I don't think
no
Castle
longer-
I don't think
Friends no
Castle
longer.
is open here either.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
what was
had a
happening-
great year for castles.
What was the thing with Castle?
The thing
What's
with Castle is, okay, so Nathan Fillion has a wife in the show.
Is that the lady who's the writer? I only saw like the first 2 episodes.
He's the writer.
She's the cop.
She's the cop?
She's
Okay.
a cop. He's a horror mystery writer.
Yeah.
And so he writes horror mystery novels, and he helps her solve using his mystery novel skills.
Yeah,
whatever.
And like his
And
insane
so
wit.
exactly, and it's been 8 seasons. They are married in the show, and they decided she's just not coming back next year.
And
And they didn't really bring it up to her.
and
They just did
now
not
they
renew
just straight
her.
canceled the
So
show.
it wasn't because she quit the show?
No.
They just
They just
taking
decided
off
that
for budget cuts.
for budget cuts, they were losing her. So they were keeping her husband, getting rid of her, which implies that she was probably going to die at the end of the season or something. Something was going to happen. They had to write her out.
Now they're canceled.
And so yeah, before that season could air without her, they canceled it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So we lost Agent Carter.
Castle was the other big
Castle.
one.
The Muppets.
The
I know
Muppets.
people really care about the Muppets. The Muppets got canceled.
Yeah, what are some other ones? Well, I'll
Marvel's-
read the list for everybody.
Marvel's Most Wanted isn't on that list, but I want to talk about it really quick.
Yes.
The,
No.
the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spin-off that has Mockingbird and her ex-husband. They were going to do a spin-off show, and that never happened, and now it's never going to, and that's honestly okay with me.
Yeah.
I've seen the first 2.5 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm surprised it's still on.
I honestly would predict in the next year it won't
Yeah.
be.
Like,
The ratings are...
It's not terrible. It's fine. Like, that's the thing. It is very average.
Well, and when you have the CW shows competing with it, it doesn't really hold up.
Flash is way.
Okay, so the
CW
other
and
shows...
Netflix ones too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Netflix ones. Good point with that too. And I actually, Andrew and I were actually talking about it in the car to have one more point with that is we could see something like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. getting canceled and being picked up by
Yeah, or like a
Netflix,
spin-off.
or something like that. Yeah, maybe not the exact show because it's a very different tone from the other Netflix shows, but
Oh,
something
yeah.
happening.
Mhm.
Okay, so here are the cancellations, and this has some CBS, some ABC. Agent Carter, Castle, Nashville,
Finally.
Gallivant.
Oh yeah, Nashville's really mad. People are really mad about
Yeah.
that too.
I know a lot of people who watch Nashville.
Yeah. Gallivant was another one. It's like a kind of a fantasy. It's written by the people who did Monty Python. And The Princess Bride guy does the music for it. It's like a musical comedy show. So people are kind of mad about that.
Musical extravaganza.
Yes. The Family, which...
What is that?
That was the one... See, I work at a television show, so I
you
know this
all
stuff.
of it. That's great.
It was like this boy goes missing
for 10 years.
For 10 years when he's a kid, and the family just thinks that he's dead, and then he comes back one day, but he's really not the same type of
Yeah,
kid.
they're like, are we sure it's him?
Yeah.
And like,
it seemed like the plot of like maybe a C horror movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And then he ends up murdering them all. Like, no, that doesn't happen in the show, but like, that's the C horror movie plot.
Oh, okay.
The Muppets, Grandfathered, The Grinder.
Oh yeah, The Grinder with Rob Lowe.
Yeah, Rob Lowe
Which
and
sucks.
John Stamos too. Both of those are like kind of heartthrobby, but both of their shows were canceled.
I'm not surprised Grandfathered was canceled. I didn't ever watch it, but from the trailers, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life,
Done.
Border Town, Game of Silence, Heartbeat, Crowded, Telenovela, Undateable, Faking It, Containment, and CSI Cyber. They still have like 5 other CSI shows though. So.
No, I think that's actually the last one.
Is that really?
I think it's the last one.
No, they have like...
Miami and CSI are both done.
They
and
have to
CSI
have some.
What
about
What about
Vegas?
Los Angeles?
Vegas.
Or not
Vegas
Louisiana.
was just the regular CSI.
Oh.
They have Louisiana still.
Do they?
Or New Orleans. It's like CSI New Orleans.
I don't know.
SVU.
It can't be the last CSI. CSI will never
There's so
die.
many of them. See, like we've named like 30 right now.
Yeah, and I
but-
think arguably the other biggest news from all of this is
so technically Supergirl was canceled on CBS, but immediately following this announcement, CW picked it up. So Supergirl's not, well, she is going anywhere. I say she's not going anywhere, but she is, but she's still going to be around. She's just moving to be with her other super buddies in the DC universe on CW.
I think that's good. I honestly, until this week, thought that she was on the CW.
Can't say I knew any different.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like, and honestly, she just belongs there. I think that there'll be more crossover events, it'll be better writing.
Yeah, it'll be better ratings too.
It'll be, yes. And like, that's the thing, is for CBS, the ratings Supergirl was getting were okay at best. On the CW, like, those were pretty good ratings. And also, the target audience of the CW are people who are going to watch, like, they're younger people. There are a lot more women. And like, that's the crowd for superhero shows, like Arrow and Flash and stuff like that. It's a lot of younger people and a lot of women like those shows.
I think the interesting thing to note here is that we have now a live action, like the basis for a live action Justice League.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Arrow, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Hawkgirl/Man, and Green Arrow.
Yeah,
and
really
Black
the
Canary.
only ones that we're missing are like the big 3.
I mean, Supergirl can replace Superman to an extent. So really, we're just missing Batman and Wonder Woman. But I mean,
Bruce Wayne from Gotham.
yeah, like Gotham moves over.
You know, like that's the one thing is like it's weird because now it's like all of them are going to CW, but we still have Gotham on Fox.
Gotham's kind of like,
Or is it FX?
It's Fox.
Fox.
Gotham's kind of like an Elseworld.
Yes.
Anyway,
Gotham is very much a retelling. It does not stick to any of the comic book stories.
It's
that
more
much.
of a what if. Like
Yes.
if we're talking about like from Marvel's point, like a Marvel like phrase. It's a what if story.
Honestly, Gotham very much. When you watch it, it feels like you're reading fan fiction.
Yeah.
Like it's very contrived
It's
in
good,
a way, like how all the characters have these connections. But it's still a good show. Like I'm not saying it's bad. It's just kind of written that way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how much fan service can we squeeze in here?
I can see that. I've only watched a couple episodes, but like what I saw, there was like weirdly like almost sexy penguin. Like
Yeah.
Wait, a sexy penguin?
kind of.
Not like the animal.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'm not like a total idiot, but like the last penguin was like the least sexy thing I could ever
Well, I mean,
imagine.
like, alright, this penguin is the
Frank
sexiest
Reynolds.
Danny DeVito, but like,
No one's sexy as Frank Reynolds.
You know, like nothing is creepier than Danny DeVito when he's trying to hit on Catwoman and Batman Returns. What's he's like talking about like.
I don't even know.
There's euphemisms involving
Oh, I'm
cats
sure there
and
are.
lady parts that
I'm
he's
sure
like
there are.
sitting there saying, you know, like going, yeah, and it's just like, what is this? This is terrifying. I was like 5 when I first saw this movie, and it's creepy.
Danny DeVito's amazing.
I love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Sorry for getting a little.
I'm excited
On
for
the edge
Supergirl to
for
like,
you
actually
guys.
get ratings. I'm excited for her to cross over with Flash because apparently that episode was awesome.
Oh, that was the highest ratings of the entire season. Like even the opening, like the first episode, was the Flash crossover.
I think the big question here though is Arrow and Flash were both shot in Canada. Supergirl has been shot in LA.
Supergirl's moving. Vancouver.
The question is is the entire crew moving too, or is it just the main cast, or are they losing their crew?
I mean, I'll find another crew.
Yeah,
But
that's like a very small issue.
It just sucks for like the people who have been working on this, and now it's like your show's still going on, just with none of you.
Well, I mean, if they work for CBS, yeah, probably with none of them. They're gonna
I mean,
they're
I don't think they would have a contract specifically with CBS. They probably have a contract for the show for the year.
I feel like they would have a contract with CBS.
I'm not exactly sure how it works, so I couldn't say.
Yeah. They probably have it with the production company, and then. Yeah.
Like I said, I have no idea
Contracts
of that.
Law.
I would imagine, like, there's one of two options. Like, yes, they either lost that job, but honestly, that means just all of them will be relocated to other jobs.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll have the option.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll leave with the crew.
Maybe
like
CW will give them, hey, if you want this job, you can have it.
Yeah. You know, who knows? Like, we don't really know what's going on with that. But they are moving to Vancouver, so all of them are shooting in Canada, which means, like I said, there's gonna be crossover events like crazy.
So. Oh yeah, definitely, especially like with how Supernatural flashes and now Supergirl. So.
Yeah.
And Martian Manhunter being involved is awesome.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Martian Manhunter is actually pretty well done too.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But
I work Monday nights, and that's when it's on. So
when it was on.
When it was on Monday nights on CBS.
But I mean, to be real though, I think like as sad as everyone is about like all these shows being canceled, like as fans, like we have to remember like lots of people just lost their jobs, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on a more serious note, like that sucks, and like they weren't told about it beforehand.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. You know, like we had this conversation, Andrew and I, just to kind of wrap the conversation up. You know, earlier today about how with movies, it's like, unless like worst case scenario, if you're with a reputable movie company like MGM or Warner Bros., like you know that you're going to do your job, and your movie might flop, but you're going to get your paycheck, you're going to finish your project. With TV shows, like at any point you can just be cut, and you will find out that day when the public finds out that you've been cut.
Yeah, I mean their show's been canceled after 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like that's your job. It's gone.
So I thought about that. It's very sad.
Yeah, it sucks because, like, I mean, that's how, you know, I can't think of it was John Stamos. He posted an Instagram thing today because he found out at the same time the rest of the world did that his show was cut. And he's just like, this sucks, you know?
That makes me so sad, John Stamos.
All right, so moving on to the next topic. Or actually, no, we're moving on to lightning round.
Yep.
That's the most exciting part of the show. Okay, so first up on our lightning round topic list today. Very nice.
That's not lightning. That's lightning.
That's lightning. Yeah, like some
those
rated.
are like laser noise.
Like a race car noise.
Sorry.
Like Police Academy.
Whoa. Alright, so first up on our topics list today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hogwarts houses may have been revealed. I say may because this is speculation, it's not confirmed, so you might have heard it here first, though probably not since it came out a couple days ago. But it's not confirmed, so just want to reiterate that. And the names are going to be, I'll say those first before we start our little timer. So the school is Ilvermorny, or Alvermorny.
Okay.
Ilvermorny, something like that.
Something.
And the houses are the Horned Serpent, Wampus, Thunderbird, and Puckwudgie. Go.
So Puckwudgie's the new Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Puckwudgie.
That's my first thought.
What's Wampus?
Oh, yeah.
Krampus.
Krampus.
Wampus.
Wampus. That's
Krampus.
like a combination of two of them. Wampus and Krampus. So was it Wampus?
Wampus.
Wampus.
Thunderbird, Horned
Wampus.
Serpent. Okay, Horned Serpent, Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wampus,
Ravenclaw.
Raven.
No, I'm thinking. Wait, what's the other one?
No one's gonna be
Thunderbird.
like, I'm from Wampus. I'm brave and strong. Like, no, you're a dork.
But no, Puckwudgies are dorks.
No. those are
Puckwudgie is definitely Hufflepuff.
Yeah, but like.
Wampus is a cat.
Ooh.
So Ravenclaw.
Type of thing.
I would go
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
It's a woman that was turned into a cougar. So
I would definitely.
basically a cast of Sex in the City.
I would say Courtney Cox.
No, I'd call that Ravenclaw.
Okay, and then Thunderbird.
Thunderbird is
Gryffindor.
totally like big,
Yes.
grand, like that's definitely.
I just picture like some sort of Final Fantasy summon creature, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Thunderbird.
Just a car.
I just want to say I would be proud to be a member of Puckwudgie.
Puckwudgie's a little gremlin guy.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like.
Then that's totally the house that I would
It sounds like Magby from Final Fantasy, like the
It
little.
reminds me of something from like Goonies, like
Yeah.
Puckwudgie. I don't know.
And
So
you're
they
like,
are
"Hi, I'm Puckwudgie."
all Native American
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
Yes.
various Native American mythologies. And there's controversy about that.
There is controversy about that. We've just been sitting here like talking about how crazy the names are and stuff like that. But there is controversy about that because some people think that J.K. Rowling is kind of
appropriating.
Yeah, I was like trying to think about it because I don't know. Have they really been using the term appropriating?
I think they did with the stuff that came out a while ago when she told stuff about it. It's it is.
Oh,
really?
Right.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Dang.
Alright, well,
if it becomes relevant again, we'll get into it more.
Yeah.
We will.
Hey, J.K. Rowling just tweeted that it used to be called Ilvermorny and now it's called Ulvermorny.
Ulvermorny?
She did not
Did that literally?
Oh, okay.
Thomas,
Oh my god, get out of here.
First of all, why are you checking Twitter?
We were making, before we started recording, we were making fun of how J.K. Rowling just constantly tweets.
Yes,
So.
Just
she
like-
does.
Harry should have been Hermione, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
She's just grasping
Right to
at
know
straws.
fan fiction.
Thomas is convinced that Little Lovebird's a reptile person.
Yeah.
Lizard person.
Next topic!
Alright, next topic. So, we are going to move on to our next thing, which I am excited about. Booster Gold is getting his own movie, and you can bet there's going to be Blue Beetle in it too. So, I'm excited about that.
And go.
Oh, go. Yeah, and go.
Go. Okay.
Do you know anything
I
about...
literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. Do you know Booster Gold?
I know a little bit.
You know Booster
Tell me
Gold? You
about
know Booster Gold?
Yeah, I know a little bit.
Okay. Booster Gold is a DC superhero, and his whole thing is he is from the future, and in the future he is talentless. He's like an okay athlete, but other than that, really nothing special about him.
Okay.
So he reads up on superheroes and goes back to the past and tries to beat them at the stuff that they're doing so he can take the credit.
This
So-
sounds like a dumb movie.
My first thought was like, why does this exist?
I disagree. I think that we've got so many superhero movies, and like, I like them. I really do. But they are kind of, some of them are kind of all the same now. I think this would be a little bit of a different thing.
It's like because he has a genuine heart. Like he really wants to help people, but he just kind of sucks. So he's like, how can I be?
So he's like me, but athletic.
But and he's very egotistical. It's
So
like
he's
his
like
big
me,
thing.
but athletic.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say, like, it sounds like a good movie. Kind of a jerk. Like, why does he think he's better than us?
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm nobody in the future, but
Well,
go back to the past. You know, I'm kidding.
It
Like,
creates like
Yeah.
this time travel paradox. Like if he goes back and does it,
Well,
like
it brings up the whole conversation that people have about like if you could take one piece of technology from now and go back to the past and be like the
That's
inventor
fair.
of it, like what would you do? This is that scenario, but with a superhero. He reads about what they did and he's like, okay, I could do that now that I have that knowledge, and I'll go back and I'll be the one to do it. I'll take the credit. I'll get famous. People will love me. I'll be a superhero.
I feel like that wouldn't work in a lot of situations.
But that's the thing is then he starts to kind of crumble under the weight of these expectations he builds. It's kind of like a Hercules type, you know what I
I
mean?
mean, is he just like a human?
Is
he just
he's
a
like
human?
he's
Does he go the
gifted
distance?
athletically.
So like he could be maybe Batman if he had enough money.
yeah,
And that's
yeah.
it. Okay, it's just, it sounds like something that maybe is really good, but like when you describe it, it's like kind of like you would have
Cut
to
off.
agree.
All
Cut
right.
off, bros.
All right. Yeah. Who would have thought that the two most obnoxious people at the table would like having that job?
I don't know if they're the most obnoxious people at this table. I feel like sometimes that's me.
That is like an obnoxious Olympics. Like, who would win?
I feel like we've had this conversation before. Like down this line, extroverts, introverts, and that's
Yeah.
kind of like what's funny is Thomas and I both host those shows. I feel like that happened the most frequent. Well, yours happens at the same frequency too.
Yeah, rude.
I'm sorry. Okay, but yours are sometimes like footage of video games, so I see your face less. I think is what it is.
Okay.
Okay, you know, whatever. You can take offense
We
to that.
need to keep on rolling
Yes.
on. This is lightning
Let's
round,
get
not
the
talk about
keto.
Andrew
Yes.
round.
How you did, bro?
You're sassy. You're sassy today. All right, moving on to our next topic. Lupita Nyong'o and Michael B. Jordan.
Not Michael Jordan.
Not Michael Jordan. Michael
That was
B.
clarified
Jordan.
earlier.
Yes. Are going to be in the Black Panther movie. And in addition to that, Marvel has said that 90% of the cast of the Black Panther movie is going to be black.
Go.
My opinion, yes.
Good.
Awesome. This is how it should be. It takes place in Africa. If there were not 90% or more of the cast being black, that would be weird and inappropriate. So,
I feel like you
People are
just
still
hit
going to
the
be
nail on
mad about it. I don't know why.
Oh, people
but-
are going to be mad about it. but
People are mad
They
when
have
the
no
female-
thing to stand
oh
on.
no, people are
Rogue
going to be like, this is racist. There are white people in Africa. Not everybody in Africa is black. Like, I feel like that's going to be a conversation that is had, and it's going to be
Yeah.
insane.
It's gonna be stupid. Like, not the movie. The movie's gonna be great. The argument is gonna be stupid.
Yes.
It's like Mean Girls, but just like Like,
You
if
can't
you're
just
from Africa, why are you white? It's like, if you're from Africa, why are you black?
Oh god.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm excited though. Okay, I have to say, Civil War, like Black Panther may have been my favorite character in that movie.
He was good.
He's so good.
He was good.
Chadwick Boseman was fantastic.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like that's saying a lot because there was a lot of really good characters.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd was
That was a
really good in
huge
that.
That was great.
Poor children.
I loved him.
I thought that Robert Downey Jr. was really good in it.
Agreed.
Spider-Man. Don't
Yeah.
remember his name.
Yep,
Yeah.
Holland.
Not Asa Butterfield.
No.
I mean, in your defense, there's been like 14 Spider-Man
Yeah.
in the last like 5 years.
You might even call them Spider-Men.
That killed him inside.
Oh. That was definitely like a little stab in the chest.
We got Ollie over here.
Oh.
That killed him.
So yeah, though, like I am really excited for the Black Panther movie.
I am too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still more excited for Doctor Strange, but
Okay.
Black Panther's definitely up there now.
Yeah.
Like I was always excited for Black Panther because I want to see more heroes, but now
Yes.
that like I've seen Chadwick do what he can do,
Yes.
give it to me.
Yes.
Lay it on me.
Real fast, we don't have a lot of time here. Do you think that the Black Panther movie is going to be kind of an Avengers type of movie like Civil War, given
No.
like just
No.
should we cut off that?
Cut off.
Cut off.
Right now.
We shouldn't cut off that. We're gonna cut off you.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's gonna be.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Just like given that like he was in the movie with them.
Yeah, no, I think it was just a way to set up his origin story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they said it wasn't gonna be an origin story, so
Okay.
that went way over.
Moving on to our final topic of the night. Ultra lightning round. Apparently it's more intense. The storm is raging on.
Force lightning.
We are going to talk about how the Fantastic Four producer, after the spectacular mess that was Fantastic Four, would like to redo the movie with the same cast and crew.
He wants to do a sequel, not he just wanted to redo it.
But he wants to like kind of go over some stuff that they just did though.
Yeah.
Question.
Are they like
Is
revising?
this the one with
Yeah.
Miles Teller?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the one that you fell asleep during.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Okay, so he wants to take the movie, and it's going to be a sequel, but they're also going to change some of the stuff that was horrendous about the first one, and he just
Also known
wants
as
to,
all of it.
he just wants to do it again. He wants to continue it.
Go.
What are you guys' thoughts?
Waste of money.
You know, I'd probably want to actually see the first one first and not sleep through it before I...
Well, could we just not watch either? Like, is it an option?
I mean, I guess so, but for the purpose of having like a website like this, like we probably should see it,
It's
Thomas.
our
Yeah.
responsibility.
Coverage, coverage.
Give the rights back tomorrow already. Like,
Or
You
Disney?
had, I
What?
thought, like, at one point you had thought that they had, and you told me, and I was so excited.
I was too.
There was a
You know what?
rumor that
Yeah.
circulated a few months ago saying
Yeah.
that they had, and it turned out to be a lie
You know
because
what I was
people
most
are
excited about?
horrible.
Like, Reed would be cool to have.
Yes.
But Galactus being in the MCU would
And
just be awesome.
The scroll.
The Skrull, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Those are aliens.
The scroll.
Yeah.
The scroll.
But yeah,
Yeah, Galactus I think would be a cool one, especially since Thanos is the end game right now.
Mhm.
Like, where do we go from there? The guy who can eat planets.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you beat
he's
that
not- He's
guy?
not Cloud this time.
Yeah, no.
Some people have been referred to me as the woman who can eat.
But I don't think it's a good idea. I think they should just call it what it is, like a flop. I don't think any studio is gonna produce it, and like want to throw money down on it. I don't think Fox isn't gonna want to spend money on it, especially with the reviews that Apocalypse is getting. I don't know if they're gonna make.
I think
enough
Fox's
back.
big goal is they were like, they want to do something with the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Those are the
which
two
in
worst-
theory,
I love the
the
X-Men.
X-Men and the Fantastic Four combined would actually be pretty decent.
Right.
But like, they keep honestly, I'm worried about the new X movie. It hasn't been getting very great reviews, so that's
Very
kind of
mediocre,
going like,
yeah.
And then Fantastic Four is just bombing repeatedly. This is the second time
3
they.
times.
No, this is the second one, right? Because they had
Rise
Fantastic.
of Silver Surfer.
Yeah, they
But
had-
that was still the same thing.
Okay,
It's the
okay.
second time they rebooted it, or like they did a
Second
franchise.
cast.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, and it's just not doing well. So, I'm about to be cut
Cut
off.
off.
Yep. I just wanted to stop before
Cut
I
off.
let them get the gratification of doing it. Anyway, that was our show for you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any special effects you want to throw in, or
So
any?
say like, sorry if it ever got weird.
It probably got
Just like make my hand a dog right here. Is that something that can happen?
I'm
Probably
not gonna promise that.
Make it
Just
Bruce's
disappointed
face.
all of the viewers.
I'm just gonna Photoshop Bruce's face onto your hand.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
So
Alright.
it's gonna be Jessica's face now.
I just go with it. I just go with it.
Welcome to our lives.
Welcome to our lives. All right, so yeah, I hope you
The storm
enjoyed
is past.
The
No
storm
more
is
lightning.
past. No more lightning round. I hope you enjoyed the
We all
show.
made it.
Check us out on Twitter. The three of us have Twitter accounts that you can go to. We also have our main one. Check us out on Facebook. Check out our website. Taylor just posted up an awesome piece tonight on historical. Well, I guess it would have been last night by the time you guys watch this.
Period settings.
But period settings and horror movies. We have tons of awesome content. So stick around. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And we'll see you guys next week.
Comment, subscribe, and like everything.
I literally just said that.
Yeah, she
I
already
literally just said that. You have to have the last word.
You always do.
Alright, why don't you tell them goodbye, Andrew?
Yeah, just do it.
Hello. Welcome to the Games Book Show.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, all of Pokemon. Like, Pokemon is just animal fighting.
Yes.
Yeah, but like they're like basically human beings. Like that's kind of messed
I
up.
mean, especially because, like, they're psychic types. So, like, they have a higher
I
level
feel
of
like
functionality.
Mr. Mime probably has like this tragic story of once was human, but it was cursed and can only say mime, mime.